Welcome. Thank you for sharing Advent devotions with us here at Lansing United. We are grateful to Kate Bowler and the crew at Everything Happens for sharing their devotional series, The Weary World Rejoices. Kate and her team have created resources for you and yours to explore the season of Advent together. And the best part, everything is absolutely free. Click on the links below to access your guide and additional music playlists. If you are looking for more, you can go deeper with links to podcasts with rich content and conversations. For those of you that are unfamiliar with devotions, a devotion is simply taking some time each day to spend intentionally with God, sharing prayers with God, and listening for what God might say to us. We listen not only in silence, but through the scriptures that tell us how people from centuries past heard God's voice in their life. Together at Lansing United, we've been talking about how we worship God both individually and as a group. It's not something we do only on Sundays, but every day. Devotions are a part of worship at home. They're designed to fit into your regularly scheduled day, maybe first thing at the beginning, maybe at the end, maybe somewhere in the middle, to help you focus on your relationship with God and God's presence in the midst of everything going on in your life. We hope you will listen with us for God's love, God's guidance, and that you'll feel the presence of God wherever you might be in your life. We also invite you to join us to worship on Sunday mornings at 9:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Join us in the sanctuary at 32 Brickyard Road, Lansing, New York, or on the live stream here on YouTube. Hit the subscribe button and you'll know whenever another service drops. Kate shares in her intro, "For the days are coming, say the prophets of old. The days are coming, declares the Lord, when I will fulfill the good promise, the promise of truth, compassion, restoration, and justice." These 4 promises are how we will orient this daily devotional guide. They will serve as guiding themes, pulling us toward a future that we can only glimpse. But it is a future that will turn everything upside down, or maybe right side up. Everything wrong will be made right. Everything bad will be made good. Everything devoid of love will be filled. The weary world rejoices. Let's listen together. Amen.
Welcome to Advent Day 10. Good, better, best. Jesus replied, "You must love the Lord your God with all your heart, all your soul, and all your mind. This is the first and the greatest commandment. A second is equally important. Love your neighbor as yourself. The entire law and all the demands of the prophets are based on these 2 commandments." From Matthew 22:37-40. Good, better, best. This is the scale upon which our culture loves to weigh itself. Even though God has already declared us good in the Garden of Eden, we couldn't stop there. We had to have more, get more, do more, be more, until one day, perhaps due to illness or grief or mental anguish or exhaustion or maybe something entirely out of our control, we stopped. When our striving and trying and hustling stops, what remains? Perhaps the truth is that we have forgotten or maybe never realized that we were first created in goodness. We never had to earn or push for God's love, for you are a child of God. Your goodness has always been obvious to God. Jesus recognizes that pain and suffering are not the whole story. He sees our goodness right alongside whatever addictions or diagnoses or family drama we struggle with. So let's take ourselves off the hook for being good, better, best, and settle for good enough, shall we? 2 questions that can help you reflect on that would be: 1, take a minute to check in with yourself. What standards or expectations are you holding yourself to this season? What standards or expectations are you holding others to? Second one, embracing your goodness is not about your ego. This is much deeper and holy connection. Goodness is about being whole, accepting limitations without judgment, and seeing the holy inside of you. You are capable of kindness, gentleness, generosity, joy, mercy, and love. What part of this feels easy to grasp? What part feels difficult to grasp? As you go throughout this week, whenever you're feeling not enough or pushing yourself too hard, take a second, be gentle with yourself instead, and remind yourself of the goodness that is inside of you, and smile with relief because you, my dear, are good enough. You, my dear, are good enough. I would like to close with a blessing to feel more love. I'm going to put them down, every insecurity and ugly belief I have about my body, my abilities, and my personality. They won't teach me anything, at least not now. Let me accept others' love like a wrapped present. For me, that's so thoughtful. It's exactly what I wanted. Lord, I have spent so much time imagining my worst qualities that it is difficult to imagine that you numbered the hairs on my head, painted my eyes this color, and softened the sound of my voice. You are not the bathroom scale or a work evaluation. You are not an ex-partner or ex-girlfriend. You know the very best of me. You are my cheerleader and champion, my memory keeper and favorite friend. Flood me with love, 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 because of who I am, who I've become, and who you've made me. The word is loud. The world is loud, God. Only you can convince me of how embarrassingly lovable I can be. Quiet the shame and doubt and self-hatred. I am ready to feel love again. Amen.